As we have known that the inflation affects the purchasing power of money, and obviously it harms the interests of the lender. The question is, should the loss of lender because of inflation, because of decrease in the purchasing power of money, be compensated? The Muslim scholars have addressed, or they have responded to this question in different manner. In this presentation, we will discuss the viewpoint of those Sharia scholars who do not favor the idea of compensating the loss of lender, and who argue that the borrower should repay the same amount which he had originally borrowed. And it means that if he had borrowed 1 lakh rupees, after a period of 1 year, he should repay 1 lakh rupees only. Any increase over this amount under the cover of inflation would amount to riba. These scholars do not favor the idea of compensating the loss of creditor as a result of inflation, and they forward a number of arguments in favor of their viewpoint. They argue that in a debt transaction, the liability of the debtor should be clearly known. It should be clearly fixed at the time of making contract. For example, if a person has sold something on credit, the time or period of the payment of that liability or that credit price should be fixed and should be mentioned in the debt contract. If it is left unspecified, the contract would be irregular, and it means that we cannot say that the time of the payment of this liability would be decided later on. They argue that if we favor or if we support the idea of compensation, it would mean that the liability of the borrower would be unknown. We cannot say exactly that what exactly the borrower will pay after a period of 1 year. And it means the reason is that now you have linked it with the rate of inflation. It is quite possible that the rate of inflation at the time of repayment is 10%. It means that he will pay 10% increase. If the rate of inflation is 8%, he will pay 8% increase. So their argument is that in this case, the liability of the borrower becomes unknown, because it becomes known only when he has to repay that amount. Another argument which they forward in favor of their viewpoint is that inflation has taken place without any fault or without any cause attributable to the borrower. And it means that he is not responsible for inflation. He is not the person who has caused inflation. The inflation in the economy has occurred due to a number of reasons for which borrower is not responsible. If borrower is not responsible for the inflation, then how can we ask him to compensate the loss of the lender because of inflation? This would be injustice or unfairness to the borrower who has to pay the liability or obligation. They also say that this inflation would have taken place, or this loss in the purchasing power of money would have taken place ایون اف ہی ہیڈ ناٹ لینٹ، یعنی اس کا مطلب یہ ہے کہ اگر لینڈر نے یہ رقم یعنی 1,00,000 روپے اسے قرض کے طور پر نہ دیے ہوتے اور یہ رقم لینڈر کے پاس ہی ہوتی، وہ اپنے استعمال میں اسے جو لاتا، تو اس صورت میں بھی تو انفلیشن ہوا ہے، اس کی جو پرچیزنگ پاور ہے، قوت خرید ہے اس رقم کی، یعنی اس 1,00,000 روپے کی وہ کم ہوئی ہے، تو اس نقصان کی وہ تلافی کس سے مانگے گا؟ یعنی اس کا مطلب یہ ہوا کہ جو انفلیشن ہے دس از نیور آر نن آف دی ایکٹ آف دی بارور، سو اٹ وڈ بی انجسٹس ٹو آسک ہم ٹو pay compensation or to compensate a loss for an act for a thing which is not his act, which is not a result of his any act or deed. تو اس کا مطلب یہ ہوا کہ آپ اس کا مطالبہ، اس نقصان کا مطالبہ آپ اس سے نہیں کر سکتے، اس کی وجہ یہ ہے کہ انفلیشن اس کے کسی عمل کے نتیجے میں واقع نہیں ہوا۔ تیسری دلیل جو کہ دی جاتی ہے وہ یہ ہے کہ یہاں پہ چونکہ آپ کمپنسیشن کے نام پہ اس سے کچھ اضافی رقم کا مطالبہ کر رہے ہیں، تو اسلامکلی قرض کی اصل رقم پہ کوئی بھی اضافہ جس نام سے بھی ہو وہ ایک قسم کا سود ہے، لہٰذا اس سے بچنا چاہیے۔ تو دیز آر سم آرگومنٹس وچ آر فارورڈیڈ بائی دوز who do not favor the idea of compensating the loss of creditor as a result of or owing to the inflation in the economy.